So here with George Chuter. Big game for the second 15 on Wednesday against Nottingham. Tell us a little bit about what happened.
Yeah, good game for us. We won 50-0. Result sounds very good, but actually there was quite a lot of performance that we could improve on. So that's good news. We're getting the wins. We're still unbeaten in the Bucks, and there's still sort of room for improvement. So I suppose all in all, a pretty good week. Leading into a pretty tough week this week against Durham. We beat them up there the first game of the year, 12-5, a real sort of defensive battle for us. So I suspect they'll be coming down here on Wednesday looking for a bit of revenge. I think we just have to make sure we're constantly improving. They're probably one of the better teams in our division, so we have to be somewhere near our best to win. And
what do you make of the appointment of Eddie Jones as England head coach?
Yeah, interesting. I think I, like a lot of people, thought they should employ someone with some really international experience and clout and a record of achievement. I think they've done that with Eddie Jones. He's not everyone's cup of tea. He's a very polarising bloke. I've never really met him myself, but I know people that love him and people that want to kill him. But I think what you do get with him is a guy with a huge amount of experience. He's got a great CV. He's won World Cup. He's been to World Cup final as well as head coach. So I think he's probably what we need right now. I know there's a lot of people out there who thought perhaps we should be looking at a homegrown coach, but I suppose in all honesty, there isn't a homegrown coach that meets all the criteria in terms of being internationally experienced and all that. Otherwise they would have hired him the first time round perhaps. But yeah, it'll be interesting. I don't think there'll be a dull moment, and I suspect we'll hear some stories of pretty tough training sessions. He's notorious for that.
So here at Ciaran, Beattie, big win for the first 15 on Saturday down in Ruskin Park. Very good defensively as well. Give us your angle on that.
Yeah, it was good defensively. We previewed them really well. It's been building, I think, the last 2 weeks. We got a good result against Wharfdale the week before, and we've had some good performances leading up to these two games. And the boys are just growing in confidence, and I think we're getting the swing of things with our defensive structures, and we really didn't give them much of a sniff at all against a good Roseland Park team on their home turf. So we're really pleased with that. We've got a big test against Hartbury this week. They're top of the table. We're going to have to be at our best again to be in with a shout, but we're up to the challenge. Boys are already really excited about that, and as I say, feeling really confident after last week.
And England have just appointed their first foreign head coach. As an outsider, what do you make of that?
As an outsider, I had the good fortune of working with a national team before I took this job, and they had plenty of foreign coaches, and they were always a really positive influence. Actually, they all brought something different to the party. I think it's good. I think it's important for an international team to have somebody in there that is, or near the top, that is, part of their country. So an Englishman in there will be essential. But Eddie Jones will do a great job, I'm sure, and he'll add something different. Can't get any worse than it.
Right, so here's Dave Bassett. Big week for the whole club. Unbeaten. Tell us a bit about what happened.
Yeah, huge week for the club. Actually, the Bucks' performances on a Wednesday have been really, really strong. A little bit of a knock over the previous 2 weeks with our fourth team picking up a couple of losses. So it was really important that they got back on the horse and they picked up a really strong win last week away at Warwick, which is a tough place to go. So excellent that the other Wednesday teams, seconds, thirds and fifths, could also follow suit, and there's some really good wins there. Second team, obviously at home, big performance against Nottingham. And then the other guys as well, so continuing that winning unbeaten form in the Bucks competition. So lovely that the first team could then finish it off on Saturday with a top performance down at Roslyn Park to complete the clean sweep, which is great hard work, so being rewarded there for all of the lads.
Another busy week for the club this week. Tell us a bit about what's going on.
Yes, action packed again. All the Bucks teams in action. So second team hosts Durham at home. I'm sure that'll be a really tough fixture. It's certainly a tough one going away from home. Third team actually travel up to Durham in the cup competition to play against Durham Threes. Fourth team make the trip to Worcester to play their first team. The fifth team make the long trip to East Anglia to play their twos. So threes, fours and fives all in cup competitions there. So we'll be hoping that they sort of continue to progress through those competitions. So yeah, real big Bucks day. And then on to the weekend where first team travel to Hartbury. As Ciaran's already said, there'll be a stern test there. Hartbury top of the league at the moment. We've always enjoyed a really good rivalry over the years with Hartpury. There were a couple of fantastic games against them last year, so expect the same sort of thing when we travel down there on Saturday. Hopefully the boys can back up their performance they put in last week at Roslyn Park, and I think we'll need to be as good as we were last week to sort of be in that game of the weekend. So always a bit of added motivation with Hartpury, and hopefully the boys will bring it on Saturday.
And finally, what do you make of the appointment of Eddie Jones as England's head coach?
I would like to have sort of seen an English coach, I think, in that head coaching role, but at the moment, if you look at sort of experience within the country, there isn't that sort of international experience. So I think probably a bit torn. As an Englishman, I'd like to see sort of an English coach. We're the largest rugby playing sort of nation in the world. I think it's a bit disappointing if we can't produce homegrown talent sort of on the field in terms of players and in terms of sort of coaches. But I think at the moment, following a disappointing sort of World Cup campaign, I think Eddie Jones will probably come in and make quite a substantial impact. Whether he's still here come the next World Cup will be a different sort of question, but I think certainly in the next year or so he can sort of make some good strides in terms of improving our performance on the field.